What would you ask of me? It shall be done. Let me face the peril. At your call, for honor, for my people. Of course. What would you ask of me? And
Should I mess someone up?
for honor, for my people.
What do you
At
need?
your call, and orders.
On my
Let
way.
me face the peril. It shall be done. Justice will be served. At your call.
Say the word. Right. I'm on my way.
Of course. What would you ask of me? Let me face the peril. As you wish. It shall be done.
Right.
I am not afraid. For my people. For honor. As you wish. For honor. For my people. What would you ask of me? Strike with great vengeance!
Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord.
I am not afraid. Defending your name, it shall be done. Orders. At your call, let me face the peril.
Say the word. Right.
At your call, let me face the peril. For honor, for my people, as you wish, it shall be done. For my people, it shall be done. For honor, as you wish, it shall be done.
You need.
I am not afraid. As you wish. What will you ask? Let me face the peril.
Yes, my liege. Call. On my way. Aye, my lord. Call. On my way. Right.
What will you ask? For honor.
You need.
At your call, I am not afraid. At your call. For my people. Strike with great vengeance!
Aye,
Let
my
me face the
lord.
peril. For my people, for honor, as you wish. It shall be done. As you wish. I am not afraid.
Say the word. Right.
What would you ask? What
Yes, my lord.
for my people?
You need. Of course. Aye, my lord. On my way.
Let me face the peril. At your call.
Say the word. Right. Of course. Aye, my lord. On my
I
way.
am not afraid. It shall be done. For honor, as you wish.
Aye, my
I am
lord.
not afraid. For my people. It shall be done. For honor,
Right.
for my people.
For the horde!
As you wish. For honor, at your call, it shall be done. Let me face the peril. For my people. For honor, it shall be done. As you wish. It shall be done. For my people. What would you ask of me? Let me face the peril. At your call, what would you ask of me? For honor, as you wish. I am not afraid.
Yes, my liege.
Let me face the peril. I am not afraid. As you wish. For honor. For my people, it shall be done. For honor. What would you ask of me? At your call, it shall be done. I am not afraid.
On my way.
For my people, as you wish. For honor, it shall be done. For my people, as you wish. At your call, it shall be done. As you wish. For my people, for honor. For my people, it shall be done. Defending your name.
You need. Say the word.
Let me face the peril. What would you ask? Let me face the peril. For honor, as you wish. As you wish. For honor, it shall be done. For my people. For honor, it shall be done. What would you ask of me? As you wish. I am not afraid. For my people. For honor. It shall be done. Justice will be served. At your call. Let me face it. As you will. At your call. For my people. It shall be done.
On my way. Aye, my lord. Right. Of course. Right. On my way. Aye, my lord.
I am not afraid. As you wish. For honor. It shall be done. For honor. What would you ask of me? As you wish. Let me face the peril. I am not afraid. For my people, for my people. What would you ask of me? For honor, as you wish. It shall be done. It shall be done, as you wish. For my people.
What you got?
Action now. Let me face the enemy.
Orders?
At your call. I am not afraid. For honor, for honor. It shall be done, as you wish. What would you ask of me? For my people. For my people. At your call. What would you ask of me? It shall be done. As you wish. Let me face the devil. Strike!
Great! On my way!
I am not afraid.
Say the word. Aye, my lord.
At your call.
Yes, my
Let me face the
You
devil.
need. Of course. Orders?
I am not afraid. Just
Say the word. Right. On my way. You need. Of course. Yes, my lord. Right. Orders? Yes, my lord. Aye, my lord. You need.
Mess someone up.
Say the word. Say the word.
at your call.
You need.
For honor.
Orders?
I am not afraid. Let me face the enemy.
Yes, my lord. Aye, my lord.
I am not afraid.
Orders?
What would you ask of me? At your call. As you wish. Let me face the peril.
You need. Say the word. On my way. Right. Of course. Hot
I
time!
am not afraid.
Yes, my lord. Let me out
Let
of
me face the peril. At your call. What would you ask of me?
Say the word.
I am not afraid. Defending your name. It shall be done for my people, for honor, for honor. It shall be done. What would you ask of me? Justice will be served.
You need. Aye, my lord.
Let me face the peril.
Yes, my lord.
At your call, as you wish.
Orders? Yes, my
Let me
lord.
face the peril. What would you ask of me?
Orders? Say the word. What do you need?
At your call.
You need.
I am not afraid. I am not afraid.
Say the word.
Let me face the peril.
What you got?
Here's my liege.
Should I mess someone up?
At your call. What do you ask of me? For my people. For my people.
Orders? Orders?
What you
I
got?
am not afraid. At your call. As you
Here's my liege.
What do
You need.
ask of me? Let me
Say
face
the word.
peril.
Of course. Right. On my way.
At your call.
You need.
What do you ask
Orders?
of me? Let me face the peril. For honor. I am not afraid.
Here's my liege. Of course.
What would you ask
On my
of me?
way. Aye, my lord. Right. Aye, my lord. Of course. On my way.
At your call.
Say the word.
Let me face the peril. It shall be done. I am not afraid.
Say the word.
Should I mess someone
Let
up?
me face the peril.
Orders? Right. On my way. What do you need?
What would you ask of me?
Our forces are under attack.
It shall be done.
Yes, my liege. Right.
I am not afraid. For my
Say the word.
At your call. For honor. As you wish. I am not afraid. Ashes to ashes. My face and deliver. At your call.
Strike with great vengeance.
At your call. Defending your name.
Stand and deliver. Shoot.
What would you ask? Let me face the peril.
Strike with great vengeance. Ambush.
I am not afraid. Just
Should I mess someone up? Smoky.
at your call. I am not afraid. It shall be done for honor. Let me face the peril. As you wish.
Smoky.
What would you ask of me?
Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord. Let me at him. Of course.
I am not afraid.
What you got? Sure. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Sure. Smoky. Sure. I'll check
At
it
your
out.
call, as you wish. What would you ask of me? Let me face the peril. For honor. Defending your
Should
name.
I mess
Justice
someone
for
up?
me, sir. Defending your name.
Ashes to ashes. Jump up.
I am not
Stand
afraid.
and deliver.
Let me face the peril.
Should I
At your
mess
call.
someone up?
In Lightbringer's name, have at
Orders,
me.
of course.
What you got? Smoky. I'll check
You
it
need.
out.
What would you ask of me?
Stand and deliver.
I am not afraid.
Not enough, man.
What would you
You
ask
need.
of me?
Right. On my way. Aye, my
Let
lord.
me face the peril.
Strike with great vengeance. Say the word. On my way. Right.
At your call. I am not afraid.
What you got? Smoky.
Let me face the peril.
Yes, my liege.
It shall be done for my people. It shall be done. At your call. What would you ask of me? As you wish. For honor. For my people. Let me face the peril. For honor. As you wish. For my people, it shall be done.
Orders?
What would you ask of me? For honor. As you wish. For my people, it shall be done. For my people, for honor, it shall be done. As you wish, it shall be done. As you wish, justice will be served. For my people, for honor. As you wish, for my people, defending your name. I am not afraid. At your call, at your call. What would you ask of me?
Yes, mighty.
Let me face the peril.
Inventory is
You need.
I am not afraid.
Say the word. Of course.
should I mess someone
I am
up?
not afraid. It shall be done.
Standing in the river. Shoot.
What would you ask of me?
Strike with great vengeance. Say the word.
Let me face the peril. Defending your name.
Orders? Aye, my lord. To arms! On my way. Right.
At your call.
You need. Of course. Aye, my lord.
At your call.
Yes, my liege.
I am not afraid. Justice will be served. Let me face the peril. What would you ask of me? At your call. I am not afraid.
Yes, my liege.
What ails you?
Say the word.
What would you ask of me?
Yes, my friend.
Let me face the
Chica.
What would you ask of me? I am not afraid. At your call. For honor. As you wish. It shall be done. For honor. For my people. For my people.
Order. You need.
Let me face the peril. What would you ask of me? As you wish. I am not afraid. For honor.
Right away.
Aye, my lord.
At your call. It shall be done. For honor. For my people. As you wish. It shall be done. It shall be done. As you wish. For honor. For my people. As you wish. Let me face the peril.
Is my aid required? Of course.
What would you ask of me? At your call. I am not afraid. For honor. Let me face the peril. What would you ask of me?
Should I mess
I
someone
am
up?
not afraid.
Is someone injured?
Yes, my
At your call. Let me face the peril.
Strike with great vengeance.
I am not afraid.
Strike with great vengeance.
Let me face the peril. For my people. It shall be done. For honor. For my people. As you wish. It shall be done. As you wish. For honor. It shall be done.
What do you need?
For my people. What would you ask of me? At your call. At your call.
Orders?
I am not afraid. Let me face the peril.
Inventory is full.
It shall be done as you wish.
Not
What
enough
would you
mana.
ask of me? For my people. for honor.
Stand and deliver.
At your call,
Say the word.
let me face the peril. I am not afraid. For my people, I am not afraid. It shall be done. As you wish, for honor. It shall be done. Let me face the peril. At your call.
Should I
What would you
mess
ask
someone
of
up?
me? What would you ask?
What you
of me?
got?
I
I'll
am
check
not
it out.
afraid. For honor.
Should I mess someone up?
At your call.
Here's my leader.
I am not afraid. Let me face the peril. At your call.
Mess someone up.
It shall be done. I am not afraid. At your call. My I am not afraid. Let me face the peril. At your call. What would you ask of me? What would you ask of me? I am not afraid. As you wish. At your call, for honor. It shall be done. For honor. It shall be done. As you wish. Justice be served. Let me face the peril. Of course. Right. At your call, let me face the peril. For my people. It shall be done. What would you ask of me? I am not afraid. For my people. For honor. As you wish.
Is someone in there? As you
What
wish.
would you ask? At your call. I am not afraid. For honor. For my people. As you wish. It shall be done. As you wish. For my people.
Yes, my friend. I am your servant. I
Let
am
me
your
face the
servant.
peril. Let me face the peril. It shall be done. Defending your name.
Orders. On my way. Our forces are under attack.
At your call. For honor. What would you ask of me? I am not afraid. Let me face the peril. For honor. As you wish. It shall be done. For my people. I am not afraid. As you wish. It shall be done. At your call.
Here's my leader.
What would you ask? I am not afraid. Let me face the peril. For honor. At your call. Strike with great vengeance. For my people. For my people. What would you ask? Let me face the peril. At your call. What would you ask of me? It shall be done. I am not afraid. For honor. As you wish. As you wish. For honor.
Taste my steel.
It shall be done. What would you ask of me for my people? I am not afraid for my people. For honor.